Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and I do really appreciate your time once again. This video, I will be sharing with you an audio right here concerning the England international Darren Bent and former Tottenham, former Brighton, and former Sunderland man. He spoke about the African Cup of Nations for some time ago. According to Darren Bent, he feel like when it comes to African Cup of Nations, the English media and the English club, they are not really giving the respect the African Cup and the African players really deserve. I'll be sharing with you that right here on a Winning Unity platform, what he actually spoke about. And also, I'll be talking about giving you Ghana group opponent. In the African Cup of Nations, Ghana are in Group B alongside Egypt, Cape Verde, and Mozambique. I'll be sharing with you those teams because some of the teams played their friendly match today, which I'll be giving you their performance on that games and the score lines as well, because we are going to play with them in the African Cup of Nations. So as a Ghanaian, you need to know what is going on in their camp as well. And Ghana Black Stars finals training today, I will be sharing with you right here. And social media as well, a lot of people are sharing their opinion, the countries that are favorite to win the African Cup of Nations, which we're going to look where they actually put Ghana as well. Yes, so these are some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you right here on the Winning Unity platform. But please, let me take your time a little bit. Whatever you are, you want a lot of things right here in Spain. Intercop is the right place for you. You are here in Europe and you want to ship a lot of things back to Africa, or maybe you own a ship and you want to come to Spain for maintenance and you want shipping agency to supply you a lot of goods. Please do not go nowhere. Intercop is the right place for you. Pick the number on your screen and get more information. So very, very quick one. Let's start the camp of former England international and Tottenham and Brighton and Sunderland man, Darren Bent. Darren Bent some time ago spoke about the African Cup of Nations, because when you look at the African Cup of Nations, even Manchester United goalkeeper is a Cameroon, Andre Onana, have to go to African Cup of Nations on the 14th when they are going to play the African. Cameroon going to play their game, their match, I think on the 15th, but they have to go with agreement with Manchester United to release him on the 14th. How can he move from England on the 14th, playing game on the 14th, moving from that day, going to the African Cup of Nations on the 14th, the next day that they're going to play the Cameroon going to play their game on the 15th. So Darren Bent spoke about something. He said he feel like the English media and the English club, they are not really giving the respect the African Cup of Nations really deserve. He feel like they are not really giving that respect to the African Cup of Nations and the African players. He said why sometimes some of the managers have to be asking the African players that, do you want to go and play the African Cup of Nations? Why can't you stay here and play for us? And according to Darren Bent, he said, if England is going to play a tournament, can any country ask British player that, why do you want to go to represent your country? Not to take your time, let's listen to what Darren Bent have to say about that before we continue.
I mean, listen, first and foremost, if ever there was a tournament that gets so much disrespect as the African Cup of Nations, and I think it's disgusting, because you hear when some of certainly the press over in this country asking the African players, what are you going to do? Are you going to go and represent your country, or are you going to stay here and play for your club, whether it be Liverpool? What kind of question is that? Because we wouldn't be asking the English players the same thing. Do you know what I mean? If it was different circumstances.
Why do you think that question is asked?
Because they show a complete lack of respect for that tournament. Like, even if you watch the coverage, if you watch the last African Cup of Nations was embarrassing. Like, pretty much the programme would start and they'd go straight into the game. There'd be no kind of analysis before the game about what players to watch for. It's totally disrespected, and even asking the players that kind of question, I think it's wrong. So I think there should be a break. The only problem is with the break is that if you've got the African Cup of Nations, and then what happens at the end of the season is there going to be an international tournament at the end of that season? Where do you fit the games in? That's going to be the problem. But that's how you stop this problem happening. The likes of Mohamed Salah not going, Mbeumo for Brentford, Cornet and etc. Jordan Ayew, these players are leaving, is that you put a little break in the calendar. But the fact that they just continue it again shows it, because we wouldn't do that with the Euro.
No.
The World Cup, there was no way the World Cup was going to continue, and do you know what I mean? I know it's the World Cup, but I just think that it's so disrespected that tournament. That's why people ask the question.
What teams do you think could be in trouble? West Ham lose 5 players.
Well, we got them 5.
The 2 of the 3 forward line for Brentford also go. I mentioned Mohamed Salah. Spurs midfield basically gone.
Exactly. So West Ham will be struggling, as you said there. Brian and Bremo started the season incredibly well. Your goalkeeper.
Oh no, that's massive.
Massive. But that's why I'm saying there should be a pause potentially. But the fact that, as I said, people don't, not so much people, but certainly like the press, the media, they just don't give it the respect it deserves, and it's quite upsetting when you watch it.
So yes, that is a former England international, Tottenham, Brighton, and Sunderland man, Darren Bent. He feel like the respect the African Cup of Nations and the African players deserve are not really getting from some of the English club and the English media as well. Do you agree with Darren Bent? What is your opinion on that? So now, let me share some of the latest for you concerning Ghana Black Stars team opponent. Ghana are in Group B alongside Egypt, Mozambique, and Cape Verde. Some of them play their friendly matches today. Egypt played their friendly match today against Tanzania, and Tanzania lost that friendly game to Egypt by 2-0. It is very, very important for you to know why, because Ghana is going to face them in the African Cup of Nations. So Mohamed Salah scored a penalty there in the second half. So Egypt, they won that game by 2-0, and they put a very, very good performance. I watched that game till the end. They put a very, very good performance. The way we were talking about Ghana not to start our key players against Namibia tomorrow, Egypt, they do not really see that at all, because they use their best player to try the final match to see players that they will be using in the African Cup of Nations. And also Ghana group opponent Mozambique will be playing their game tomorrow against Botswana, which I will be sharing with you tomorrow, that for you to know the latest on that side as well. And Cape Verde as well will be playing their final match against Tunisia Wednesday, which I will give you that update coming Wednesday as well. So now let's before we finish to Black Stars, we'll move to Black Stars training. A lot of people are sharing their personal opinion concerning the teams that are favored to win the African Cup of Nations, and I'll be sharing with you right here how people believe. People believe that Morocco are favored to win the tournament. Senegal is second favorite. Algeria is second favorite. Nigeria is third. No, Algeria is third favorite. Nigeria is fourth. And Tunisia is fifth. And Ghana is sixth. Mali is seven. DR Congo 8. South Africa 9. And Burkina Faso 10. So meaning Ghana is sixth favorite to win the African Cup of Nations. But this, it doesn't mean anything. Everybody have their opinion. Talking about when they come to tournament, we all share those things here. When Zambia won the African Cup of Nations back 2012, there was nowhere even close about ranking 6. This is not the FIFA rank, but this is how people believe that teams that are favored to win the African Cup of Nations. And it is true, when they come to Morocco, they have a lot of good players and they are doing very well. So now let's move to our final story today. Had to do with Ghana Black Stars training. Yes, Ghana Black Stars finished their full training today in Dr. Kwame K. Complex Sports Stadium, and they will be moving to Baba Yara Sports Stadium for a friendly match tomorrow against Namibia. And that is the latest. And the good news, there is no any injury situation in Black Stars camp. And also to clear this to you, yesterday I spoke about Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus' pictures was everywhere on social media. I tried to spend a little bit time to also monitor, and I was checking people posting old pictures on social media that Mohamed Kudus are in Ghana and this, and I get to realize that Mohamed Kudus are not in the camp yet. And also spoken with my very good brother Osikani TV back in Ghana, and also confirmed that to me back in Ghana. Mohamed Kudus are not in camp. So anything concerning about Mohamed Kudus, the latest, I will definitely let you guys, I will give you guys update concerning about Mohamed Kudus as well. So that is the latest I have for you. Ghana Black Stars finished their training successfully. They are now moving to Baba Yara Sports Stadium for the friendly match, and also to let some of you guys Ghanaians know, personally, if you are in Kumasi, what I'm getting right here, the match is going to be gate free. So you guys need to go and park, and the time is also good, 8 p.m. Ghana time. That is what I'm getting. So even if you are a worker, by that time you close from work so that you can go there and enjoy the game. Let Black Stars feel like, yes, we was always saying that they have to camp in Kumasi so that the fans in Kumasi can feel the Black Stars. So you have to also show that as well. You have to let Black Stars feel like, yes, we cannot disappoint these fans. The way, even this friendly match, the way you guys come here and show us support, then the African Cup is going to be more massive. So let Black Stars feel tomorrow that, yes, every Ghanaians are behind them, and they will take that spirit to the African Cup of Nations. So I'm pleading every Ghanaian, whatever you are, even if you are Kumasi, Tamale, Boku, whatever you are in Ghana, whatever voter region, whatever you are, and you can move, go to Kumasi. It is free. You are not going to pay money. What you guys need is your transportation, and you're good to go. And go there, enjoy the game. It is not now that you'll be thinking that, if I get to the gate, now that you have to be begging, oh please, misika soto me mami asuma me, ana misika koto form, ana me papa asuma me, ana sika na koto form, ana nkwa will fight be anyhow, because I have free gate. So when you go there, you and nobody have problem. So thank you so much for always watching the Awini Unity platform. I do really appreciate your time once again, and